Good day, I am Raeesah Khan, studying Foundation Phase Teaching. First and foremost, I have chosen the topic Money for Grade 3 learners. The objectives of my lesson, in accordance with Bloom's taxonomy, is firstly that learners will be able to recognize South African coins and notes. Secondly, to apply and analyze this knowledge to solve money problems that include totals and change that consist of rands and cents. And thirdly, learners will learn how to convert between rands and cents. Therefore, analysis, application, and understanding is practiced. The lesson phases includes the introduction, development, and consolidation. The purpose of the introduction is to familiarize learners to the concept, revise what was taught in previous grades, and to build on what they already know. With money in grade 3 as compared to grade 2, the 100 and 200 rand notes are taught. Learners are now expected to solve problems including totals or change in rands and cents, as well as converting between rands and cents. The teacher will recap all the South African coins and notes with the learners by displaying images of all the coins first and then the notes one at a time on the smartboard. Thereafter, the teacher will display a mixed image of the coins and ask the learners at random to identify the next coin that the teacher has chosen. The process is repeated with the notes, then until each learner has had a turn. The development aspect of the lesson is to get to the core of the concepts, to test whether learners understand what was introduced or not, and to correct their mistakes in an encouraging and insightful manner. The worksheet will be displayed on the smartboard, one question at a time. Learners will have their books and pencils out. They will write their answers down. After answering each question, the teacher will explain and state the answer. Learners will then mark their work. This assessment assesses learners' conversion abilities and money problem-solving skills. The purpose of the conclusion is to recap, summarize, and bring the lesson to a meaningful and clear end by reinforcing and highlighting important concepts. An interactive YouTube video will be played and learners will answer out loud. This video assesses all 3 learning objectives in a more fun and engaging way. Learners of this generation are drawn towards YouTube videos, therefore they will be more attentive and excited. The main ICT tool used across all 3 phases of the lesson is a smartboard. This is the most helpful, meaningful, and effective technological device as it caters for all the learners' different learning styles and abilities. The smartboard is used to display the images of the coins and the notes in the introduction. It displays the worksheet in the development of the lesson, and it displays the YouTube video in the conclusion. The main ICT tool used across all 3 phases of the lesson is a smartboard. This is the most helpful, meaningful, and effective technological device as it caters for all the different learning styles and abilities. The smartboard is used to display the images of the coins and notes in the introduction. It displays the worksheet in the development of the lesson, and it displays the YouTube video in the conclusion. Therefore, it not only helped the teacher display the necessary resource, it also increased the engagement, accommodation, and collaboration of the learners. In terms of the SAMR model, the smartboard directly substitutes individual learners' worksheets, which can make the class more chaotic. However, the smartboard augments paper handouts and paper worksheets by benefiting the environment and increasing the class teamwork. Modification occurs as the traditional learning methods are redesigned. For example, images instead of printed handouts and questions displayed instead of printed worksheets. In the past, videos were not part of the classroom, but in today's classroom, devices such as the smartboard redefines traditional learning methods and benefits learners. As many studies show, it helps learners retain more information. It also benefits learners as they become more engaged and collaborate more. Therefore, they feel more connected to the content. Teacher and learner roles go hand in hand. Therefore, the cooperation and attention of learners is crucial during the lesson. The teacher will display all the resources on the smartboard throughout the lesson. In the introduction, the teacher will recap all the coins and notes. point towards each coin or note and confirm whether or not each learner is correct. The learners will revise the various coins and notes orally, as well as identify a note or coin aloud individually in the introduction. The teacher will mark the worksheet and explain how to get to each answer during the development of the lesson. The learners will answer and mark their activities. During the consolidation, the teacher will encourage the learners to answer and correct them if necessary, whereas the learners will watch and answer the question asked in the video. Most of the activities are done as a class group effort. I feel that this lesson approach was a success as it caters for different learning styles and different learning abilities. The use of ICT enhances the lesson immensely and helps learners focus much better. An improvement can be that learners come up to the board and point at which coin or note the teacher has mentioned. This will increase learner engagement and attention. Therefore, learners will find the lesson more interesting and interactive. Different learning abilities are catered for. There is constant repetition and various methods to recap and reinforce the content. This benefits learners that take longer to grasp concepts immediately. Visual learners are catered for as they identify the pictures in the introduction of the lesson. Reading or writing learners are catered for as they answer the questions in the worksheet and write the answers down during the development of the lesson. Auditory learners are catered for in the video through interaction. Thank you for your time.